He says, "Act man, kick that Anthony Fantano dude back in. He'll do the same to you." Also speak on Bass's comment on Ebro. What's going on with Fantano? Let's see what's going on, man. Anthony Fantano, one of those guys who is a soapbox warrior. I haven't really paid attention. I've seen Academics TV post a few things about him. The guy's a bum to me. Like, he's just pandering and trying to like placate to like this audience. Also, he's one of those people where, you know, they say he who hath no sin cast the first stone. He's one of those people who act like he's perfect, right? Me and him didn't have a bad relationship. Initially, we did even content together when we first just, you know, were on the platform of YouTube together. However, over time, some of the opinions of mine, when they didn't align with his opinions, he started calling me a piece of shit. He started speaking negatively of me. He would take a story or a topic out of context and then just build out onto his narrative because it seemed to put him in the light of, I'm a good guy. And a lot of these guys be jealous. Like, you know, these guys are on the media list. Not that it really matters. They'll see me at number 2 and they're at number whatever, and they're mad. Yo, this guy's a cancer to the culture. Why he's a piece of shit? Why do people platform him? Why do this? Like, it's jealousy and hatred just bottled within. It destroys their soul. So again, for me, you know, we just talked about Gilbert Arenas. He's not a perfect dude. You know what I mean? I'm not here sitting like, I know mad people who kind of in and around a way did that. It's not really legal, but like, it's not the biggest crime you could commit. And usually the police ain't even looking for it. It's like running a red light. Not saying it's just equivalent to running a red light, but that gambling stuff, like the feds ain't spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to catch you making $40,000 on some rakes back. You know what I mean? Whatever. But this Anthony Fantano dude, he acts like he's perfect. He's the first one to turn his nose up at people. He's very judgmental. He was one of the people damn near, I don't know if he said it directly, but he was basically damn near calling Drake a predator, right? He was co-signing everything Kendrick said. He's one of those guys too, and I hate these people. Not because you're a white person in hip-hop means you have to bootlick the most pro-black guy because it makes you seem like you're more cultural. You could disagree with that person. You could also like MGK. You could like Eminem if you want. You could like Drake if you want to. But oftentimes these guys who are white and they want acceptance into the culture so bad, they're only in the pocket or the corner of the most pro-black guys. Why? Sometimes I think it's like, you know, it's like a sleight of hand, a misdirection to get the focus off of the fact that you're a white dude consuming hip hop. You know, they try to they either try to placate or sometimes they'll pander to the most ignorant parts of hip hop or the most pro-black. Definitely those they try to have some solace in. So let me Google what's going on with this guy, Anthony Fantano. What's going on? Is there a video on this? I don't know. Or Grant, you tell me. Grant, text me, nigga. Text me. By the way, he's also the person, right? It's interesting, like now all these YouTube titles come out like so-and-so is cooked, you know? Because Anthony Fantano is one of the people that starts up the woke mob. Yo, this guy is done. His life is over. This blah, 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 blah. He's one of the people who you make a mistake, he wants you to go away for life because he acts like he's never made a mistake, right? And if you judge him with the same lens, he's the first person to call victim. So let me figure out what's the drama around him.
What up, everybody?
I don't know who this content creator is, but hopefully he does a good job breaking it down. Let's hear it.
Welcome back to the channel, and we got a lot to talk about because it looks like everybody's favorite white hip-hop critic, Anthony Fantano, is getting his back kicked in. You know, a lot of people have been feeling different ways about Anthony Fantano for a while, you know, saying his takes are a little much or he just targets specific rappers and everything. But I've always thought he was pretty impartial with a lot of his stuff, and his takes have been pretty good. All his takes, except for this one.
Who infamously called Ian a nigger faggot.
Whoa!
He just kind of quotes that to death.
Is it just me, or does he sound like he has a lot of practice saying those words? Now, to be fair, this soundbite is taken out of context. He's obviously quoting somebody else. But as somebody who's part of the culture, it's up to him to be smart enough to realize he shouldn't be using certain words, regardless of context.
Now, I'm glad this guy said that, right? Now, number one, you know, I'm always going to be fair. These guys give me no, you know, with them, they're like, ask a child groomer. Like, they have no context. They're not going to be like, yo, maybe you shouldn't say that. But, like, in bigger context, niggas joking around type shit. No. They jump to the most extreme because the most extreme and these, like, you know, these words to kind of get you, like, it's like they want to get you out of here, right? to be very clear, I listened to this clip. I think Academics TV had posted it. It doesn't seem like he's just saying it. It does seem like he's kind of like, you know, repeating something of whatever was said. And that is a little bit of context that, because I just don't give a fuck to, you know, like maybe if I was a smaller creator, I would just be like, I just got to do a hit list. No. So there's some context to that, right? However, this is the guy. Anthony Fantano is the guy he's the person who knows about sensitivity. He's one of the white guys who could tell you more about black shit than black people, or this is kind of how he parades himself, right? He'll shame black people and use other black people to kind of, anyway, whatever. The point is this, he's not the person to be saying this even in that context. He's supposed to say the N-word. He's supposed to say the F-word. But also, and I'll give this context, and I'm giving excuses that if he was a normal person, not like a witch hunting bitch, I would probably give him these excuses. But you can't give a person this excuse because he's acting like he's been perfect his whole life. I would probably say, there was a time in hip hop that, well, the N-word never cool, but the F-word, I know I've heard Cam say the F-word. There's songs Cam said the F-word in. Now people have kind of like cleansed their language where people don't say the F-word, they just say the F-word, if you get what I mean. So maybe I could say, this was older, where if he's quoting somebody, people maybe at that time wouldn't look at him weird by saying, not going to say the N-word. The N-word is crazy. But the F-word, be like, whatever. But this is the guy who's act like, he wanted people to act like he's perfect. So we got to cook him like he's perfect, right? He who acts perfect needs to be perfect. So let's keep it going.
Context or not. He's not black. He's a guest here. If this was where it ended, I don't think I really would have cared very much, to be honest with you. I actually had to re-record this video because at first this is all that I saw. But then once I went on Twitter again and saw the other things that were resurfaced, I had to bring it up. Check it out here.
Dude, fuck Trayvon. I was thinking Trey Melvin. I had a big thing with Trey Melvin.
Trayvon Martin.
It's all these fucking black names, dude. I get confused.
Whoa!
These are the types of issues.
What a surprise. I keep telling you, listen, there's a lot of, and by the way, he falls up under this like dark Kenny weirdo type of lane too. A lot of these dudes that are these white guys who are super like into trying to solidify this super pro-black agenda, right? Because put like this, they'll look at me like I'm a sellout, right? You'll have white dudes who are like, no, we fuck with Kendrick. He's right. Drake isn't like us. And I'm like, what do you mean like us? You're white. And it'd be like, well, like Kendrick. And it'd be like, well, if you like Drake, you like the other shit. And I'm like, but you're white. A lot of times they're closeted racists who they realize the best way to take the heat or the pressure off of maybe their past actions, because they all know we live in a woke world, is to continually point the finger. By the way, it wouldn't surprise me. There's a meme that goes around. I don't want to make this a Kendrick and Drake thing. I actually believe it. There's like this saying that says, Kendrick is Kendrick is actually the person who he's accusing Drake of being. And I actually think that's true. The people who constantly are always pointing, he's a predator. That's most of Kendrick little super supporters. I start to wonder about them. He's a predator. He's a predator. He's a predator. If you go around all day as a person, like if you're a person going around all day looking for racists, there's probably some type of smoke there that maybe you have some racist thoughts your damn self. That's just the reality of it. So does it surprise me that Anthony Fantano is hanging around a bunch of dudes who seemingly, are racist? No. Somebody had commented on this. This is good. You got to do more of these. He says, thank you for your blessing. Huh. Okay.
Oh!
These are the types of
Trayvon Martin.
It's all these fucking black names, dude. I get confused.
Whoa!
These are the types of issues that stem from hip hop getting too big. You know, there are a lot of people who love black art and love all sorts of black shit, but do not like black people and don't really respect us as a culture at all. And you can blame people like Drake and all that stuff, and there's plenty of realistic examples of that, but there's also another side to it as well that I've always noticed, which is the white guy who supposedly likes real hip hop. You know what I mean? And he gets to decide who's black and not black enough based on the fact that he listens to Pharoah Monch and, you know,
Bingo.
fucking, you know, Far Side. And anybody who's not that isn't real.
Who is this guy? Chat, go get this guy. I don't know. He's the first thing that came up on Google or YouTube. Phil Risdon. Yeah, go give him a like on this video. Go give him and tell him Big Act was watching it, man. By the way, I'm glad YouTube has changed up their algorithm. They usually only bring up popular videos. Now they'll just bring up random videos with 200 views. Hopefully he could get a little boost from this.
Real hip hop. And if you don't listen to that, then you're not a real hip hop guy. And by hip hop, he means black.
He's trying to paint Drake as culturally being outside of the black experience in a way.
See, that's the thing. Ain't this the other guy? Chat, man. Ain't this the guy that was sitting with ain't this the guy that was sitting with G Herbo talking about me? Hold on, let me see. Is that him, Grand? Got him. 4K. This is the same nigga who was saying, Ak, you're a bitch for Chicago. This is what I be saying, man. He says, I'm a bitch for Chicago, right? G Herbo's sitting up there cackling. And then he invites me to come sit with him, right? He invites me to come sit with him. And then the same nigga, okay? Hold on. Come on, man. Post. Hurry up and post. The same dude. Okay? This is him. This is who we beefing with you here, chat. His name is Adam Freeland. He's going to tell me about Chicago. See, I need 100,000. This is y'all kings. This is y'all kings. Let me go get some liquor. This is y'all kings. This is y'all kings. I'll be back. I'm going to leave this on the screen. We got one nigga hanging out with a racist club, Fantano, and we got this other guy. This is how they coming. I'll be back. Sidebar. Now, I do want to kick this off and say this to y'all, okay? See this little boy right here? From what I was told, Grand gave me the dossier on him. Grand, national treasure, brother. National treasure. Grand said, in case this nigga talk crazy, here's the file on him. I said, thank you, brother. I didn't even got to do the research myself. I ain't got to do what? So, check this out, chat. Apparently, Mr. Adam Freeland, he's Jewish. He's Jewish, people. We got to tone it down. We love Jewish people. We love them. We love them. We love all people. Everybody. Everybody we love. But you know how this goes. You can't really talk about certain protected people, and we're not. But I do want to give the example here, and I hope since he wants to have a conversation, I ain't sitting with you, buddy. But we could have a virtual one, okay? I know for sure, one thing for sure, two things for certain. If a nigga, look what they did to Kyrie. 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 If somebody start playing, cosplaying, I don't know what the equivalent of blackface would be for, you know, I don't think they'd just be like, oh, it's cool. It's cool. It's a joke. It's It's a little funny. It's a joke. I don't think so. However, the same nigga who could sit up there cackling with G Herbo telling me I should be donating, he thinks it's hilarious. He thinks it's hilarious. He thinks it's hilarious. Thinks it's hilarious. He thinks it's hilarious. He thinks it's hilarious. Now, from what I heard, this is what I heard. I'm gonna just get off of this. Okay. Now, supposedly it's an altered picture that he shared. I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, anyway. We'll leave that there for now. Let's get back to the Fantano.
Kamala
I
Harris
love watching my ops getting cooked.
was told that she's not black, and there was an outrage.
Sure.
I'm just, it's confusing to me why there wasn't a similar response by, I mean, people like yourself, or like, why what happened with Drake was treated differently.
Like whether or not I was outraged that that was the case.
It's kind of messed up, right?
Well, I mean, I think those were happening in two far different contexts.
Well, I mean, like Drake's like black, right?
I mean, yeah, I can't deny that.
So I mean, okay.
Look, here's the thing.
Let's say,
These are the perfect two guys to tell us why Drake isn't not like us. Because, of course, they identify with the us more than anybody who could be a Drake fan or Drake himself. Tell us, Fantano, why is Drake black, but he's not like us? Tell us.
I'm not saying it's not faulty messaging. Like, you know, objectively speaking, like Drake's dad is black. Drake is black, you know? I think, and again, I'm just insinuating here based on what I hear on the song. I feel like for Kendrick, what he was trying to get across on the track, because when
Tell us, son.
you literally talk about sort of like who he collabs with and where he goes to sort of like make these kind of cultural connections and sort of like align himself with certain segments of hip hop music. I think he's sort of displaying that.
Oh, so you're saying Kendrick more black?
As more of a cultural blackness.
I think it's a lot.
Oh, the cultural blackness. Fantano's teaching me a lot today. He's teaching me about culturally black. I like that. I like that. Anthony Fantano could teach me and the rest of y'all about culturally black. Perfect.
A lot of guys our age that are white guys that were like really getting into it, and it felt a little weird.
That was one of my issues with Not Like Us. I'm not blaming Kendrick Lamar in any way, and I know what he means as not like us because it's about being within the culture. You know what I mean? I understand his messaging. The only problem is certain fans and how
Facts.
they got to chant that back to another black man and dictate his blackness. If Not Like Us was just a diss track between black people, it'd still be wrong necessarily to dictate somebody's blackness, but it wouldn't be that bad. But when you have a concert full of white kids calling somebody a PDF, but also kind of suggesting that he's this like fake guy and all the undertones of it all.
Grant told me, man, get over to Akademiks TV. We've been sparking it up. I'm like, all right, hold on. You know, Akademiks TV is the best news source in the game.
YouTube career for
The whole Alex is a nigger thing.
real nibbas do stuff.
Wait,
Who
what?
infamously called Ian a nigger faggot.
What?
Harvey Weinstein. What's your opinion on Mike Dean producing the new Nick Gurr album? I'm not even a really big Nick Gurr guy. So Jigglypuff is a social justice meme featuring a loud, obnoxious pig of a human being who is screaming her brains out at the New Hampshire college date of Milo Yiannopoulos' Dangerous Faggot Tour. Another
Whoa. I got to hit pause real quick. Some of these words are hurting my virgin ears. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Anthony. Is this you?
Funny slew of social justice memes come about because everything they say is nearly brain dead. There's so many of these videos cropping up that all of the channels that are essentially just ripping off Sargon of Akkad's channel can barely keep up.
And calling him a faggot. Brony Fag says,
He's nice, fave if he's a fag.
that's what it's supposed to look like, you retard. Fucking retard.
Cornball. Is it Sunday? 'Cause it feels like Sunday.
Oh, nah. Not one of the guys. I don't think Kendrick would appreciate if you was hating on Big Barack now. What's going on?
Raindrop, drop top. This dick ain't free. Drone strike now.
Vegan pussy and it's like a staircase that looks like really nice.
Yo, chat, let me tell you this, man. Let me tell you this. The one thing I've always seen about Anthony Fantano, and I knew this nigga is weird. I'm going to tell you why. For better or for worse, even Trap Lil Ross, we've never seen Anthony Fantano move around at all. We don't see him go to no other platform. Nobody can say, oh, we've seen him roll up with his homies. Yo, we've seen him like there. Nowhere. This boy just stays wherever in Racistville and just does his thing. These are his friends. The nigga telling you about hip-hop, this is how his homies look. At least Trap Lil Ross, I see him trying to kick it with the gangs. Not saying you need to. He's friend with Flacco. Like, you could tell he wants to be in some of these spaces. This always seemed like a nigga who ain't never want to be nowhere near hip-hop, man. Other than, like, telling us what hip-hop should sound like. Truth be told.
It's like vegan pussy and it's like a staircase going to heaven. It's like vegetarian pussies is like a rickety old staircase. It's like meat eater pussy and like a staircase is just destroyed and trash.
I think you'd probably sway way more people to veganism with like some good dank memes. Peter says, do you want to have an orgy sometime?
How many subs you got? Have you ever seen a corgi? Like, they're thick. I would totally smash Like, if you've ever seen like a...
This is a nigga telling us if King Von album is slapping. When he gives you a review of Future music, are you taking that serious?
corgi's ass, they're just like, boom, in your face. So I would pass. I mean, no, I would smash. Yeah.
You would smash.
I would smash a corgi.
Species. I'd probably get quite a few views.
Yeah.
You smashing a corgi. I'm not putting my penis in a dog.
Yeah, like,
And whatever happens after that, the animal doesn't know any better. I did a little bit of a web series called Resist, where I made fun of people who were so far onto the regressive left.
The way that Hillary Clinton's been talked about in the media is so gendered and rapidly sexist.
I was looking for ways to justify my shallow endorsement of Hillary's vagina in the 2016 presidential election. Now I know Hillary's beholden to the corporate fat cats, but hear out my reasoning here. Vagina is my childish understanding of fair...
Damn. Sexist, huh? Holy. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The little woke niggas, the woke niggas on Twitter, I think they would have defended niggas to the death. But apparently, legendary producer, The Alchemist, who's really not really a friend of mine either, but apparently he's switching up on the Mandem. Switching up on the Mandem. Let me see if I can find a tweet. He may have deleted it. He may have deleted it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, man. The chat always got receipts. Don't you worry, brother. Don't you worry. I don't know if you deleted it or not, nigga. Because he's in that same cabal. Usually he's spewing the same opinion that The Alchemist would like. So let me just post it up here in case you thought you deleted it and got rid of it, buddy. Damn, chat. This wasn't on my bingo card today. But shit, thank you for who sent that donation. You see, one donation could change a whole stream. One donation. If y'all got a good topic y'all cooking up, man, hit the fucking donate button and make sure I see that bitch, man. Hit that donate button and make sure I see that goddamn thing, man. Make sure I'm posting to the right page. Am I? Yes. So Alchemist says, is anybody surprised about Neil's drop? Huh? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. In conversations about race, the idea and the epitome and the cultural, dare I say, blackness conversation, this motherfucker was on Twitter calling people racist, sexist, pedophiles, everything in the book. So we're surprised he's acting like this. Of course, nigga. The fuck?
Fairness and equality has me leaning towards her. The fact of the matter is, she has a uterus, and that's gonna come in handy.
Yo, Grant, did you cook this up by yourself? Oh, you're a genius. Yo, who got all these clips? Yo, when y'all cook up clips like this, holla at me, man. I'll give y'all a nice donation, man. Come on, man. This is like a great documentary.
When it comes time to run this country, uteruses make you jump faster, run higher, and think gooder.
She worked her whole life for it. I'm with her still.
And you may call me entitled, but I'll call you a racist, sexist, bigot, misogynist, homophobe, transphobe, Republican. Maybe if we called you guys more names, we would have won.
We are all from Africa! Home. So I've decided to get back in touch with my African roots. I'm not one to deny somebody their racial identity, but if black people have an opening, I'd like to apply. If someone black is watching this video, put in a good word for me.
I'm literally shaking. Literally shaking. I'm literally shaking. I can't even yell. Resist Donald Trump, baby. Because we literally just elected literally Hitler as the president of the entire states of America. But America with 3 Ks because it's Germany 1984 all over again. When it's supposed to be the current year, the year of the hill dog. Look at this electoral map over here. Textbook fascism, and I don't care if a textbook says different.
Points of view other than mine trigger me!
If you would shut the fuck up!
My sincerest apologies to anyone who was offended by my last video. I beg you, please.
Provocative, sort of crude.
He is a creator, a thinker, an innovator, an intuitive mind. He's also a provocateur,
I'm losing a little bit of interest, but fuck it.
Comedian, a writer, and 1/3 of the $1 Million Extreme comedy troupe.
Why did I interview Sam Hyde and Sargon of Akkad? Ooh, those are bad guys, so you shouldn't associate with them at all. Sam, I'm interested in his art as a comedian and as a visual arts creator. If you think that Sam isn't an artful and a creative guy, even though you dislike his politics, you're an idiot. You're literally blind. Are you and Sam Hyde buddies? I wouldn't say we're friends. I'd say we're acquainted. I guess I'm sort of disappointed in the fact that Adult Swim kicked the show off the air. Do I regret interviewing Sam Hyde? Personally, no, I don't regret interviewing.
Who the fuck is Sam Hyde? All right, I don't care, bro.
Interviewing him.
Let me just skip some good shit.
They just go to a public place, a school, or some bullshit like that. I mean, if Adult Swim thought that World Peace was like a Nazi show, I would imagine that they would have taken it off their website. If they just go to a public place, a school, a college, and just start unloading rounds on whoever passes by.
Now, this only shows up for like a split second. You have to pause the video to notice this. Also, it's very interesting that he calls out somebody on Twitter for using a Pepe meme when he had this to say about Pepe the Frog.
Supremely dynamic. So many different Pepes. Show all those beautiful Pepes. Wow, 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 wow. So many Pepes. I'm going to throw up. I give it 5,000 more points for its remixability, and I give it 10,000 points because it just brings so much joy. 10,000 more points for happiness as well, which might be close to the same thing as joy, but fuck man.
Yo, Gran, man. I'm mad at you, Gran. Gran, I'm mad at you, bro. You should have gave me this ammo like 3 days before, nigga. You know the weekend just passed, nigga. I would have been spicing it on the Twitter against that bitch ass nigga Anthony Fantano. I'd have been spicing it on him on Twitter. Like, fuck what Academics TV got to say. It got to come from my Twitter. I'd have been on his head top.
Brings that too.
Though I do like this, I don't endorse the ideology of this guy, especially when it comes to homosexuality and race. I don't really care what the guy believes, just as long as he doesn't try to sell it to me in his music. And I have looked over the lyrics on this album, but I did...
Damn, okay. Damn. So he was laughing at Trayvon Martin. How y'all feel about that? All right, whatever, man.